Hey guys, Romie here. Please like, comment, subscribe if you're a first-time viewer. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you very much. Please like and comment on my video for my review of Kenya in the ATL, Season 2, Episode 10. Beauty Boss Brawl. BBB! Might as well just call it Bad Girls Club. Anyway, the episode starts off with Beauty and LaKenya. They're talking about LaKenya's party, and of course LaKenya is telling us how she didn't really like the party, but she's telling Beauty that she appreciates her for even doing the party for her. Again, because it's her friend, and at the end of the day, even though Beauty didn't do anything that LaKenya wanted her to do, she still threw her party, so it is what it is regarding that. Now Beauty's trying to push her own agenda on LaKenya. LaKenya. No. Because Beauty wants LaKenya to go and stick up for herself against Mushiya. Because at this point, Mushiya is starting to rub everyone the wrong way because of how she speaks to people, everything of that nature. So Beauty's thinking, you know what? Let me go and... Oh, LaKenya, she's irritated. She's irritated about what Mushiya said to her friends about being a flip-flopper. Now, we, of course, agree the way how LaKenya used to do stuff before came off very flip-flop-ish. It doesn't matter, though, because... you shouldn't be saying that to her actual friends. Who actually thinks you can go and kind of recruit someone else's friends to go after them about it? Anyway, so Beauty's hoping LaKenya will go and talk to Mushiya and just stand up for herself, / do Beauty's job of really getting to Mushiya, because if it's more than one person, then Mushiya has to see that she's wrong. I'm thinking this is Mushiya we're talking about. Mushiya doesn't have to see a thing. She doesn't. Now, we get to Dedra, and yes, I did see the video regarding Dedra and her response towards the ladies. Not all the ladies. I think it was Maya, possibly also Beauty, and possibly also Mushiya, talking about her mom, or having in reference to her mom in relation to Dedra. And of course, Dedra is pissed. I agree with Dedra being pissed. Now, with everything that Dedra said in that particular video, ooh, it was, here's what I will say. These ladies know each other, so I don't have an opinion, because at the end of the day, they know if this is real, if their friendships are real, if it's not. And so this was just a testament to the fact that it's not, that they're all willing to go below the belt, and I didn't agree with either side. Dedra talking about their parents, or them talking about Dedra's mom, because that's wrong too. So I think all of them were wrong. Regardless of what exactly was said, they were all wrong. Now, we're speaking about Dedra, and because realistically, Dedra wouldn't have said anything if they didn't say anything about her mom. Not saying she had to, but let's just be honest about that part as well. Now, the thing is that Pat is hearing Dedra, and Dedra, her school's coming together. She only has 2 weeks, so it's crunch time. The other main issue is that Dedra has issues with Mushiya. She's pretty much good with Beauty. She's good with LaKenya. She's okay with Maya. And so Dedra's thinking, you know, these girls are my friends. We're cool. We're all have a collective. Are you kidding me? These women are not your friends. Pat's trying to let her know, look, I don't know what type of kumbaya stuff you're on right now, but I'm not on the same wavelength as you. I'm going to do whatever I want to do, and if I see Maya sly, I'm going to do something about it, and you're just going to have to deal with it. Or Dedra's like, no, I'm going to kick you out. I'm going to kick everyone out who causes trouble. All of you are going to get kicked out. I'm thinking, Dedra, you really think that they're your friends? You really think that they're your friends? Really? Because they showed you some compassion, because they showed you some common courtesy, now you think they're your friends. Okay. Remember that. Remember that for... Alright. And we have Mushiya. She's in the studio. Well, she's at home, at her at-home studio. And she's singing. And look, Mushiya's voice actually reminds me a lot of some of the music that I heard from Empire. And we will leave it at that. I love me some Empire. So you can take that however you want. But... the thing with that is, I mean, her and Jussie Smollett could be singing similar songs. They really could be. And again, some songs I like, some songs I don't. So you take it however you want to take it. But the thing is, she's talking about putting out an EP. Well, actually, her husband suggests, you know, she has all this music, put out an EP. Why not? Actually, I'm thinking, why not? Because at this point, she's not just in the beauty industry. She's really in the entertainment industry. So she might as well just go full throttle. And you kind of have to do a little bit of everything now to get some shine to stand out from the crowd. Now, because there is a market for what she does. So it's not like she's doing something that no one's going to be interested in. Now, we'll move on from that to Dedra. She met up with Maya, and we're all have a collective like, what is going? Is this the Twilight Zone? I understand Maya is about business, so she's open to it. But the fact that Dedra's there, Dedra, of course, lets it be known that she's having this listing party for her book. She's putting out a book. It's going to be an erotic novel, and so with the erotic novel, Dedra wants to, you know, get people's feedback, see how they respond to some of the content in there. And she wants a new look, so she's going to buy some pretty hair and put it in her hair so that she can have a long, luxurious new look for her listing party for her book. And I'm thinking, Dedra, you really thought that by buying some of Maya's hair, that would ensure that she would come to your book party and also really sign on as someone you could count on to get permanent placements for your future stylist? Because she curved you. She curved you so hard. She said, yes, I'll take your money, but I may not come to your book club because it's a little too erotic for my pure taste. Now, that's what's like, Dedra, you should have seen it from the jump. Dedra's at her photo shoot for her book, and not Mushiya, LaKenya and Trey are there to support. And Dedra, she's definitely looking good. She has all these guys there. Again, it was inspired from LaKenya's birthday party, which LaKenya did say she didn't really feel the party, whatever. But Dedra actually really enjoyed herself because she got to let loose. So Trey is trying to talk with Dedra and all of them. It's just like, okay, so you're still doing this kumbaya thing with all the ladies? Yeah. Well, Mushiya, Now, that's when LaKenya goes and says, well, you know, I feel like I need to say something to her because she's not going to go and just do whatever she wants to say, whatever she wants to me. And we know that Mushiya only does that because she knows she can get away with it with LaKenya. She tries with Beautii, but Beautii goes back and rebuttals, so that's why she can't. Oh yeah, I will be reviewing Growing Up Hip Hop as well when it comes back next month, October 13th at 9 p.m. Again, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already done so. So everyone's excited. Everyone's excited. Dedra's excited. Trey's excited because it's just like, whoa, LaKenya, you look ready. You look ready like you're not going to back down this time. Go for it. Go for it. So we're going to launch right into it. LaKenya goes and she's going to have this sit-down talk with Mushiya. Well, she's going to try to. Mushiya first curves her by saying, okay, I need something to eat. I need something to eat. I'm thinking, this show is actually one of the few shows where you actually see them eat on the show. Surprisingly, and we still get all this content. So what does that say about some of these other shows out there? Anyway, LaKenya finally gets to go and speak her piece about, why would you talk about me to my friends as if you think you're gonna like recruit my friends for your cause? And it was just like behind my back, and it was two-faced, and Mushiya was just like, no, I wasn't doing any of that. Oh, wait, was it about the flip-flop thing? Oh yeah, because that's what you are. You're a flip-flop. And I'm thinking, she has flip-flopped. We will admit that. But why would you talk to her actual friends? And then this is where LaKenya messes up by saying, well, you know, as my friend, or I thought you were my friend. And that's where Mushiya is like, that's the issue right there. Clearly, I'm not your friend. I just go wherever I please. If you invite me somewhere and I feel like going, I go. You know, that's how I feel about a lot of things. But that's the one thing I will agree with Mushiya on. She's none of these people's friends, except for maybe Maya. But all the rest of them, she doesn't care about them. And the only reason why she liked LaKenya is because she thought she could mold her. She knew she couldn't mold any of the other women, but she thought she could mold LaKenya because she still looked at LaKenya like a young girl. LaKenya's like, no, here's how this is going to work. We don't have to talk, we don't have to do this, we don't have to do that. And I was so proud of her because I believed it. I believed it was like, aside from being cordial in general, I don't want anything to do with you. And then Mushiya was like, okay, that's great, no problems. Right here, I'm very comfortable. I was like, okay, but is she actually gonna, wait a minute, they're bringing out stuff and LaKenya's still, LaKenya! And then after a while, I'm thinking, okay, this thing's getting kind of old. You're ready, meet your purpose, your quota. You can go and leave now, LaKenya. It's okay. It's okay. So LaKenya's like, you know what, at this point I've already done everything I need to do business-wise on my phone, check my social media presence, yeah, I'm gone, peace out, no one's texting me back. And then Mushiya felt victorious. I'm thinking, wow, this is so immature. This is so immature. Now, Beautii and LaKenya, they go because, as we know, Beautie's mom is deceased, and each year she gets a rose in remembrance to her mom. So while she's getting this tattoo done, I'm thinking, dang, these tattoos better be small, or else Beautie's gonna look unrecognizable at one point. Now, while she's talking to LaKenya, LaKenya lets it be known this is what happened at Mushiya's, when I had to sit down with Mushiya. And Beautii is, one, proud of LaKenya for sticking up for herself. We all are. Two, irritated that Mushiya still acted in general Mushiya fashion. So Beautii now thinking that, okay, maybe if LaKenya spoke up to Mushiya, we'll see how things turn out. We'll see if I can go back in. We'll see if she has a different tune, singing a different tune. Now Mushiya goes to Dedra's, to Maya's place, because she used to go and basically invite Maya. Aside from the little pleasantries that they have, and you know they have a good relationship, they're laughing with each other, they both have to sit in the same boss chair, they both are like, no, I'm the boss, no, I'm the boss. Well, Mushiya goes and talks about how LaKenya, she wanted to sit down and vent her frustrations and confront me. And even Maya was like, oh, shout out to LaKenya. Shout out to LaKenya. But then Mushiya, again, which I knew this is how she would have seen it, she was just like, okay, LaKenya said her piece, and then it was time for her to leave. I told her to leave. And then Maya was like, oh, okay, and then she left. She said, no. She said, that was like, she stayed? I was like, yeah, she stayed. And then, okay, I'm leaving, bye. But I'm thinking, that's not how it exactly happened. That is how it basically happened. But we're still proud of LaKenya for doing what she did. Now, Mushiya invites Maya to her listening party for her EP. And Maya acting like she didn't know what an EP was. This is like, oh, smaller than an album. Okay, get. I was just like, Maya, okay. I heard, I got that explanation. Now, the thing is, she's not inviting any of the ladies except for Maya, because Maya's the only one that she actually genuinely likes. I'm thinking, this makes sense. This makes sense. Why would you invite those other ladies that you know you don't like, you know are going to bring a certain vibe because they don't really mesh with you, all for camera purposes? No, that's not what we're doing. So Mushiya is back in the studio, but she's back with her girls, so it's always cute to see her with her family. I guess her son was at school or something, or sports, whatever. It's not relevant. I just wanted to point that out, that he wasn't there at the time. But, you know, they're singing, and they're singing one of Mushiya's songs. And again, it's great because it's also great marketing. It's showing family, but it's also, you're hearing her music, and even if you don't care about it, you're at least hearing it. They do a lot better at promotion over here, and even on WeTV, than on something like Love and Hip Hop VH1, which I'm trying to think of. Like, you're owned by Viacom. How can you not promote? Jesus. Like, what's really wrong with the fact? Anyway, these people show their business and also their mess. These other shows show mainly the mess in 2 seconds of the business. I don't understand it. Anyway, so we're at Dedra's book party, and so while she's at her book party, she debuts the new long hair, and I like the look. I really do like the look. And guess what? Beautii shows up. Of course, Pat was there with LaKenya and Trey. They're all already there. Trey's not really feeling Beautii. I guess Pat and Beautii are pretty much okay because they've never directly had an issue, so that makes sense. That makes sense. That's not, at least that's not fake. Pat was ready for Maya to come, but Maya never showed up. So now it's time for the book reading, and everyone just looks a little frazzled because it's talking about penis and eating the box, eating cookies, salmon, you name it. They're just like, because at one point it's just like, you bleep, my bleep is I bleep, your bleep, bleep, bleep. I'm like, what? Everyone looked shook. I don't care what they told Dedra. LaKenya didn't say anything, so that speaks volumes. You know, LaKenya isn't really for all that extra. Pat really was like, oh, shout out to you, because, again, being the supportive friend, but Pat did not like that one bit. It's just like, that was trash. It was trash. It left nothing to the imagination. You're not going to read that again. You're going to read it again because you just can't believe someone actually put that in a book to try to call it an erotic novel. Anyway, but shout out to Dedra. Dedra is doing something different. She's branching off. Multiple sources of revenue and income. Can always respect that. Beautii, I think Beautii probably liked it the best, even if she was also like, what is going on here? Now we're at Mushiya. She's doing her music. She has the drums. And she's like saying stupid, stupid. I guess that's the hook for the song. And everyone looks like they're generally having a good time. So even Maya, I'm not sure what type of music she likes. She's probably one of those, I love all types of music, which is cool. Because I don't like when people are just like, oh, I only like this, I only like that. But that doesn't really matter because now they're having a conversation about the other ladies. And it's like, you really didn't invite them here, you really didn't do this, you really didn't do that. And again, Mushiya is like, look, I don't care about any of the rest of them, and you're not going to change my mind. It's like, I know I'm not going to change your mind. Nothing could change your mind. The Lord could come back and you still are going to act the way that you act. So there it is. All we get from that scene is Mushiya is going to continue to be Mushiya. Now in this last really makes no sense scene, we have Mushiya and we have Beautii. Somehow, some way, shape, and form, Beautii and Mushiya are in the same store getting olive oil, and of course Mushiya has her crew. Beautie's just by herself. Next thing we know, there's a borderline brawl because Beautii wants to talk to Mushiya. Mushiya doesn't want to talk, and then they're just like, well, you know, you always Beautie's like, alright, so if you don't want to talk to me, that's fine. If we're not friends, oh, we're not friends? Cool. Then Beautie's trying to leave. Mushiya's trying to clown her. So then Beautii gets out of her car, goes back into the store and says, you know what? I'm sick and tired of you. You always doing this, you always doing that. Now here's the problem there. The problem there is that Mushiya has her crew. So I'm trying to figure out what Beautii did this to Mushiya's face and I knew it was over. Now they're not going to flat out scrap, but I was like, dang, Mushiya, you have to reevaluate your life because the fact that this has happened a couple of times now and people are saying it's mainly your faults and you're antagonizing and all of that, and that's the way how they handle things, not necessarily the way how you handle things, that speaks in regards to what's going on with you in relation to the people that, the company that you keep. So that is my tidbit, that's my response. This is a lot.